I wanted to start by thanking Commissioner Pardo for bringing up this item about TPS. I was just on Newsmax television this morning explaining how Donald Trump's revocation of TPS is going to impact 500,000 Venezuelans who entered America illegally, 180,000 in Florida. And this is very important because they cannot speak for themselves. They are now intimidated. Their First Amendment rights have essentially been revoked. So it is up to us to speak for them. I'd like to thank Commissioner Gabella for bringing up item RE3, which will stop the city from making payments for commissioners who commit wrongdoing when they're being sued by their staffers, their constituents, their former police commissioners, etc. Because we need a vote of the commission before the commission outlays these funds. The commission has the ability to make that decision responsibly, and I agree with Commissioner Gabella on that. But I disagree with the Mel Reese item. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a slick lobbyist threatening you right here. I am someone here that opposed that from the beginning, but I was denied the right to speak because the person sitting to my right violated the Sunshine Law to commit an egregious act of public corruption to get that onto the ballot. And lastly, I'd like to read from a lawsuit that was filed recently. This is in relation to DI3. Suarez and Canto learned that in late January 2024, the Bayfront Trust wired approximately $45,000 to Joe Carollo's Little Havana Fridays, despite Bayfront Trust having no association with Carollo's event, nor deriving any benefit from Carollo's event. In addition to that $45,000, the trust paid an additional $15,000 for artists to perform at Carollo's District 3 event, which was apparently sent directly to a miscellaneous District 3 account. The $60,000 was allegedly intended to enable Carollo to pay artists to perform at the Little Havana Fridays event, payment which was reportedly resulted in booking commissions paid to entities associated with or controlled by Joe and or Marjorie Carollo.
Thank you.
Where's the proof?
Thank you, Commissioner.
These are your friends that are putting you up to this. Where's the proof? Show
Thank you.
1 penny of proof.
Thank you.
May I have time to respond?
Show 1 penny
Commissioner,
of proof.
Commissioner, please. Thank you.
May I respond?
No, thank you. Good
Madam
morning.
Chair, I don't care if these same individuals that are sent here meeting after meeting after meeting to attack me, want to attack me. But when they're going to the low level of attacking my wife, something that even in politics in Miami has not been seen before, it shows how desperate they are. I dare this character here, or any one of these people, to show 1 penny that I or my wife have gotten for anything. My poor wife, the only thing she's done is put hundreds of hours of volunteer time for this city. Something a character like this has never done. She builds. She doesn't destroy like guys like him. And I'm not going to stand here and keep my mouth shut if they're going to come here and lie through their teeth, because this last BS lawsuit is something that will be dismissed immediately once we get to court. We have ample proof of the lies that they put down, including many of them in Mr. Jose Alberto Suarez's own words, signature, and statements. Now, they know well that the trust, not Joe Carollo, 9 members of the trust approved funding for community activities. A lot of it went to Liberty City, Overtown, for kids to be taught art, how to paint, for soccer teams in Little Haiti, for young girls in Little Haiti. And yes, $60,000 was approved for entertainment in Little Havana. And every penny of it went for that, and they know that, because If anybody that's an elected official in this town has shown for years every penny that went in and went out of their bank account, tax statements, including my wife's, including her small business, and they couldn't find a single penny that went in or went out that wasn't justified. So this is what they resort to. Getting a handful of characters like this after they file a frivolous lawsuit that it took them 3 weeks to ask the federal courts to issue a subpoena so they could serve. And then when they served me yesterday in a press conference just before we got started at Bayfront Park for the ribbon cutting of our fountain, it was coordinated with little Billy. Of course, little Billy doesn't get paid by anybody. He's a rich man, of course. So, Madam Chair, they could come here and lie, but don't hide behind a lawsuit. And let me say this to everyone that's listening. The reason that you don't get that ambulance chaser attorney that filed this lawsuit for these people, the same one that's filed the lawsuit for the bar owners on A Street and has filed other suits against other employees in the city and more, the reason they will not go publicly to say anything like that is because they know then that my wife will have the opportunity to sue the crap out of them. But unfortunately, our laws are that you could put any lie, no matter how big it is, in a lawsuit or in motions, and you can't sue on that. And this is what they're doing. So then a character like this that's working hand in hand with them can come up here and repeat it, and they could try to defame me, defame my wife, because they haven't been able to beat me the Democratic way. They lost 2 elections. They lost 1 recall. And a recall, by the way, that you'll be hearing about it in the near future, because they spent maybe as much as $250,000 of laundered illegal money in that recall. So, Madam Chairman, I hope that you're going to uphold our laws in this city and in every other city commission or county commission in the state, where people stick to the item at hand. He went way over what the item at hand was, and keep family members out of it. Because if it's a free-for-all with family members, believe me, I could go much deeper with others.
Thank you. Thank you.
Point of order.
Pardon me, I
Point
would
of
like
order.
a chance to respond.
You don't need to respond. You
Madam
had your
Chair.
2 minutes. Commissioner Gabella,
Point of order.
point of order.
I think it's fine that Carollo spoke, but from now on, if he has 5 minutes on this, while we're doing this, everybody gets 5 minutes, or, fine, no
I will
problem.
not deny you the opportunity to speak. I will
Okay,
not
just
deny
wanna make-
any
just wanna make
of
that
my
clear.
colleagues the
Thank you.
opportunity to speak.
Thank you,
May I
Ruth.
raise a point of order?
No.
Now that he has spoken on the item.
I said no. Your 2 minutes are up. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here. My name is Jahed Rashid, 3629 Grand Avenue, and just have some comments on RE 10